All right, let's talk a little bit about anxiety. Um, I can relate. I'm going to give you another example. I like giving you examples of different things so you can relate to a story based on what's important that will be related to you in specific ways. So I can relate to a story that I've been working. In fact, I was working with this person this morning. This is a person that needed to overeat because of anxiety issues. Okay, but that's the result. As always, when they come into the office, they talk to me about the results of what they do, based on what's discomforting them, because they have, in this particular case, they gain weight. Okay, she's gained probably about 50 or 60 pounds, or maybe more, from what she used to be. As a result of my conversations with her, you already know by now, with these stories that I'm making, that what I do is that I change the story based on what they tell me. And I reflect back to them what they would understand if they would do it different by changing spaces and changing the time and talking a little more about the identity. In this particular case, this person had an unrelated or related issue of misunderstanding with her mother. A lot of these issues that are emotional, that are compulsive, are related to family. Okay? So this particular case was an underlying issue that she had with her family. That she had been treated before, but that she didn't quite understand that. She understood logically what to do, but she has talked to nutritionists, she has talked to different people that would guide her in many different ways. These are good people that guided her to be able to do things that were much better for her in relation to what she would do in a calendar, to be able to eat better in relation to the calories and so forth. What she didn't understand was the relationships that she did into what she already understood that she needed to do in order to change what she needed to do. In other words, let's say, let me just give you an example. One of the things that she did, she coached herself to be able to eat less, even in parties or in events, or which related with when she went out with her friends, or went out with her, for example, when she visited her mother. So what happens is that she coached herself so much into doing that she was worried about going into the places that she wanted to go. So now, because of that, as a result of that, whatever that she think that she needed to do, gave her the anxiety of doing it. So what we needed to do is to readdress the coaching. What we needed to do was not only to let her understand that what wasn't important was the food that she was eating. Yes, it is right, and it is true that you should be able to downgrade your calories or eat differently or do something different in order to lose your weight. Specifically, if you want to lose 50 pounds, you need to be able to do this gradually. And obviously, it is true that food is true. The kind of food that you eat will be able to compensate for you to lose or gain weight. That's true. But what the importance behind that is that she needed to readdress that the problem was not about the food. The problem was that she had specific emotions in relations to going into parties or to going into places, because she thought that she was concentrating eating so better that she couldn't change the way she would eat, because she had forgotten about the emotions that she needed to address in order to compensate for what she was eating. In other words, she needed to eat because she had a vacuum. Her vacuum was that she needed to be accepted for whatever she wanted to do. And because she never addressed that, she went into understand the way to eat and when to do it and how to do it, but she never addressed the emotion of understanding the vacuum that she had in order to replace and compensate. In other words, what's important here is what she needed to do. So what we did in this particular anxiety exercise was to address what she needed and change what she thought she needed. So changing what she needed, we created a vacuum in which we can work on to readdress her self-esteem and to understand that she could set the boundaries in order to say no. because she didn't need to justify herself in order to do what she wanted to do or what she needed to do. You would certainly not need to be able to justify yourself that you don't want to be diabetic. And just because you need to go to a party and you need to readdress the way you want to eat, you need to justify to everyone. You need to be able to do what everyone wants you to do because you only think about the food that you're eating. So that's what I mean about. So what I mean by about in this video, I think hopefully you will be able to understand the type of anxiety that we have in relation to overeating. It's related to the emotions also, and it's related to what you believe or what she believed that she would have to address that she had in her mind. In other words, it wasn't only about the food, but it was also about the emotions that she had the vacuum. It's also about understanding what she really needed, which was to be able to love herself for who she was.